20 things to purge that are just junk in each room when you feel life is overstuffed with clutter. You're standing in your kitchen trying to make breakfast, but you can't even see the counter. There are stacks of mail from 3 months ago, gadgets you bought on sale but never used, and containers without lids spilling out of every cabinet. You feel it in your chest. That tight, anxious feeling. You're not lazy, you're not messy, you're just stuck. And here's what nobody tells you. All that clutter isn't just taking up space in your home, it's taking up space in your mind. Recent studies show seniors living with excess clutter experience more anxiety, more falls, and even struggle with memory. But here's the good news. What if you could walk into any room and actually breathe again? What if I told you there are 20 specific items lurking in your home right now? Things you're holding on to for no good reason, that you can toss today and feel instant relief. No guilt, no second-guessing, just freedom. Your golden years shouldn't be spent climbing over the past. Let's clear it out together. In this video, you're going to discover exactly what's weighing you down and how to fix it starting today. First, I'll walk you through 20 clutter culprits that are hiding in plain sight in every single room of your home. These aren't random suggestions. These are the specific items that seniors hold on to for decades, thinking they might need them someday, but never do. Second, I'll explain why we hold on to these things in the first place. It's not about being wasteful or sentimental. There's actual psychology behind it, and understanding it will make letting go so much easier. Third, I'll teach you the simple 3-second rule that takes all the guesswork out of decluttering. No more standing there for 20 minutes wondering, should I keep this? You'll know instantly what stays and what goes. And here's the most important part. At the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the one thing that almost every senior keeps in their home that's actually putting you in danger. It's sitting in your house right now, and you probably walk past it every single day without realizing the risk. Stay with me, because that last one could literally save your life. When your home stops feeling like home, you walk into your bedroom and immediately feel it, that heaviness in your chest. The closet is so stuffed you can barely close the door. Drawers overflow with clothes you haven't worn in 5 years. There are bags in the corner you haven't touched since who knows when, and you've stopped even looking at them. Every surface is covered, every cabinet is packed. And the worst part? You tell yourself, I might need this someday, but someday never comes. Meanwhile, you're living surrounded by yesterday instead of enjoying today. Here's what that clutter is really costing you. Research from 2025 shows that seniors living in cluttered homes don't just feel stressed. They experience measurably higher anxiety levels, significantly more falls and injuries, and even struggle more with memory and focus. This isn't about being lazy or disorganized. This is decades of life, love and loss packed into every corner of your home. But here's the truth. Nobody wants to say out loud. Holding on to everything means you're holding on to nothing that really matters. The memories aren't in the stuff, they're in your heart. So let's start fresh, room by room, item by item. Let's take back your space and your peace. Let me tell you about Miss Alma. She's 68, a retired school librarian with the kindest smile you've ever seen. But after her husband passed away 3 years ago, something changed. She couldn't let anything go. His clothes still hung in the closet. Magazines from the 1990s were stacked in every corner. Broken radios sat on shelves because, well, maybe someone could fix them. Expired coupons filled drawers. She had convinced herself that keeping his things meant keeping him close. When her daughter came to visit, she couldn't even find a place to sit down. Every chair, every surface was covered. Then, one morning, Alma tripped over a stack of old newspapers in the hallway and bruised her hip badly. Lying there on the floor, waiting for help, something clicked. This wasn't honouring her husband's memory. This was putting her own life at risk. So she made a decision. She started with just one room. 1 bag a day, no pressure, no guilt, no trying to tackle everything at once. Within a month, she had donated 15 bags of items and thrown out 10 more. And you know what she found? Her favourite armchair, the one she thought was gone. She told me something I'll never forget. I didn't just clear my house, I cleared my mind. Now, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through exactly what needs to go, room by room. Don't worry, we're starting simple, and I promise you won't miss any of these things. In fact, you're going to feel lighter with every single item you let go. Your bedroom should be your sanctuary, a place of rest and peace. But if it's stuffed with things you don't use, it's honestly stealing that peace from you every single night. Let's fix that, shall we? Clothes you haven't worn in 2 or more years. Open your closet right now and be honest with yourself. How many items are hanging there that you haven't touched in 2, 3, maybe even 5 years? That dress from your daughter's wedding in 2019 that doesn't fit anymore. The blazer with shoulder pads from the 80s. The pants you're keeping for when you lose weight. Here's the truth. If it doesn't fit you right now or make you feel amazing when you put it on, it's not serving you. It's just taking up space. The maybe someday pile is a lie we tell ourselves to avoid making decisions. But keeping clothes you don't wear doesn't motivate you. It makes you feel guilty every time you open that closet. Keep only what you actually wear and love. Everything else? Donate it to someone who will wear it today, not someday. Old pillows, especially those over 2 years old. Here's something most people don't know. Pillows have an expiration date. After about 2 years, they lose their shape and support. But worse than that, they collect dust mites, dead skin cells, oils and allergens that can affect your breathing and sleep quality. If you've been waking up with neck pain, headaches, or feeling stuffed up, your old pillow might be the culprit. Do the fold test, fold your pillow in half. If it doesn't spring back into shape, it's done. Your neck and back have carried you through decades of life. They deserve proper support now more than ever. Invest in fresh, supportive pillows designed for your sleep position. Your body will thank you every single morning. Expired medications on your nightstand. This one is serious. Look at your nightstand right now. How many prescription bottles are sitting there? When's the last time you checked the expiration dates? Expired medications don't just lose effectiveness. They can actually become dangerous. The chemical composition changes over time, and what was once helpful can become harmful. Go through every medication in your bedroom, bathroom and kitchen. Check every single expiration date. Anything that's past its date needs to go. No exceptions. No, but there's still some left. And please, don't just toss them in the trash. Take them to a pharmacy drop-off location where they'll be disposed of safely. This isn't just decluttering. This is protecting your health. Broken jewellery or single earrings. Open your jewellery box. How many single earrings are in there? How many broken necklaces have you been meaning to fix for the last 5 years? How many pieces do you keep because they were gifts, even though you never wear them? I understand sentiment. I really do. But here's what I want you to consider. If it's truly meaningful, keep one piece that represents that memory. Your grandmother's wedding ring, absolutely keep it. But that random bracelet from a friend you haven't spoken to in 15 years, it's okay to let it go. The memory isn't in the object. It's in your heart. For broken items, be realistic. If you haven't fixed it by now, you're not going to. And those single earrings without their match, they're not coming back. Donate what you can, repurpose if possible, and release the rest. Your jewellery box should hold pieces that make you smile, not guilt. The kitchen? It's where clutter lives and multiplies, isn't it? It's also where we spend so much of our time, so when it's chaotic, everything just feels harder. Let's reclaim this space and make cooking feel like a joy again, not a chore. Duplicate utensils. Open your utensil drawer right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. How many spatulas do you see? How many wooden spoons? How many serving spoons that all do the exact same thing? If you're like most people, you've got multiples of everything, and you only ever use 1 or 2 favorites. Here's the truth. You don't need 6 spatulas or 10 wooden spoons. You really don't. You have your favorites, the ones that feel right in your hand, the ones you reach for every single time. Those are the keepers. The rest? They're just taking up valuable drawer space and making it harder to find what you actually need. Think about it this way. Every extra utensil you're hoarding is one that someone else could be using right now. A young family just starting out, a college student in their first apartment, someone who would genuinely benefit from that extra whisk or ladle. Keep your 2 or 3 favorites of each tool and donate the rest. You'll be amazed how much easier it is to find things when your drawer isn't overflowing. Chipped or cracked dishes. Let me ask you something. Why are you still using dishes that are damaged? I know. They're still functional. The crack is small, the chip is just on the edge. But here's what you might not realize. Those cracks and chips aren't just cosmetic problems, they're actually safety and health hazards. Cracks in dishes create tiny crevices where bacteria can hide and multiply even after washing. No amount of scrubbing reaches into those microscopic spaces. And chips? They can cut your lip or mouth without you even realizing it. Plus, damaged dishes are weaker and more likely to break completely, potentially in your hands while you're carrying hot food. You've spent decades taking care of everyone else. Don't you deserve to eat off intact, beautiful dishes? It's not about being fancy. It's about respecting yourself enough to use things that are whole and safe. Time for a fresh start. Let go of the damaged dishes and keep only what's complete and makes you feel good when you use it. Expired spices, especially those over 1 year old. Walk over to your spice rack or cabinet right now. Pick up that container of paprika. When did you buy it? Can you even remember? If you can't recall, it's probably been there for years. And here's the hard truth. It's not actually doing anything for your food anymore. Spices lose their flavor and potency after about a year, sometimes sooner. That paprika from 2018, it's basically just red-colored dust at this point. The oregano from before the pandemic, it has no flavor left. You're shaking it onto your food thinking you're seasoning it, but you're really just adding colored powder with no taste. Go through your spice collection systematically. If there's no date, smell it. If it doesn't have a strong, distinct aroma, it's dead. If it's clumped or hardened, it's gone bad. If you can't remember the last time you used it, you don't need it. Toss the expired ones, wipe down your cabinet, and refresh your spice rack with small amounts of what you actually use regularly. Your meals will taste better, and you'll actually be able to find what you need when you need it. Plastic containers without lids. Let's talk about the absolute king of kitchen clutter. Plastic containers without matching lids, we all have them. That cabinet you're afraid to open because an avalanche of mismatched containers will fall out. You keep thinking maybe the lid will turn up, but it never does. Here's your mission. Pull out every single plastic container and every single lid. Spread them out on your counter or table. Now match them up. One container, one lid. If they don't match, they go. No exceptions. No, but maybe. No, I'll use it for something else. If you can't seal it, it's not functional and it's just taking up space. Keep only the complete sets you actually use regularly, probably 3 to 5 different sizes at most. Everything else goes to recycling. Yes, it feels wasteful. But keeping broken sets isn't being thrifty. It's just creating chaos every time you need to store leftovers. Someone wise once said, "Clutter is just delayed decisions. Stop delaying. Match them or trash them." Appliances you haven't used in 6 months. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the kitchen. Or rather, the bread maker, the juicer, the ice cream maker, the pasta machine, and all those other appliances taking up your precious counter and cabinet space. Be brutally honest with yourself. When's the last time you actually used that bread maker? Was it 2019? Earlier? That juicer in the back of the cabinet? Can you even remember what it looks like? These appliances seemed like such good ideas when you bought them. You had visions of fresh bread every morning, healthy juices, homemade pasta. But the reality is you used them once or twice. Realized they were too much work to clean, and they've been gathering dust ever since. Here's the rule. If you haven't used it in 6 months, you're not going to. And if you can't even remember the last time you used something, you definitely won't miss it when it's gone. These appliances aren't serving you. They're just making you feel guilty every time you see them and stealing space from things you actually use. Free up that valuable counter and cabinet space. Donate these appliances to someone who will actually use them. Your kitchen will feel bigger, more functional, and you'll finally be able to find what you actually need. That's worth so much more than holding on to guilt-inducing gadgets. Your bathroom should be, a place of self-care and renewal. But when it's cluttered with expired products and things you don't use, it just becomes another source of stress. Let's change that right now. I want you to go to your bathroom cabinet right now and look at your makeup and skincare products. Really look at them. When did you buy that foundation? What about that moisturizer in the back? That eye cream you tried once and never used again? Here's what most people don't realize. Makeup and skincare products have expiration dates for a very important reason. They're not just suggestions, they're safety warnings. Old makeup doesn't just lose effectiveness, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. Every time you dip that brush into old foundation or use that ancient mascara, you're potentially introducing harmful bacteria directly to your eyes and skin. Mascara expires after just 3 months. Foundation lasts about a year. Moisturizers and serums, usually 6 months to a year once opened. That expensive eye cream from 2 years ago, it's not just ineffective anymore, it could actually cause irritation, breakouts, or even infections. And as we age, our skin becomes more sensitive and vulnerable to these problems. Your skin has carried you through every smile, every tear, every moment of your life. It deserves fresh, safe products that actually work. Go through everything. Check dates. If there's no date, think about when you bought it. When in doubt, throw it out. Your face will thank you. Let me ask you something simple. How old is your toothbrush? If you have to think about it for more than a few seconds, it's too old. Dentists recommend replacing your toothbrush every 3 months, and there are real reasons for this. Over time, the bristles become frayed and bent. They stop cleaning effectively, which means you're brushing your teeth but not actually removing plaque and bacteria the way you should. But here's the part that really matters. Old toothbrush bristles harbor bacteria. All that bacteria from your mouth, it doesn't just rinse away. It builds up on those bristles, and every morning you're putting it right back in your mouth. Think about it. You wouldn't use a dirty sponge to wash dishes, would you? So why use an old, bacteria-laden toothbrush to clean your teeth? At our age, dental health is more important than ever. Gum disease, tooth decay, and oral infections become more common and more serious as we get older. Here's a simple system. Replace your toothbrush at the start of every season. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 4 times a year. Mark it on your calendar if you need to. It's a small investment that protects something you use every single day. Your mouth and your dentist will both be happier. Open your shower right now and count how many bottles are in there. I'm willing to bet there are at least 5 or 6, and most of them have just a tiny bit left at the bottom. We've all done it. Bought a new bottle before finishing the old one, tried a different brand, got samples, and now your shower looks like a beauty product graveyard. Here's what I want you to do. Take everything out of your shower. Everything. Look at each bottle honestly. If there's only a little bit left and it's the same type as another product you have, consolidate them. Pour one into the other. If you haven't used it in a month, you're not going to. If it's been sitting there so long you can't remember buying it, it needs to go. Stop saving tiny amounts of product just in case. Just in case what? You run out of shampoo and civilization collapses? It's not being thrifty. It's creating visual clutter that makes your shower feel cramped and chaotic. Keep one shampoo, one conditioner, one body wash, and maybe 1 or 2 specialty items you actually use. That's it. A clear shower isn't just prettier, it's safer. You know what causes falls in bathrooms? Reaching around bottles, knocking things over, slipping on spilled product. Simplify your shower and you simplify your routine. Now let's talk about your towels. Pull them out and really look at them. How many are faded beyond recognition? How many have frayed edges or actual holes? How many are stained, thin and scratchy? I know what you're thinking. But they still work. They still dry me off. Yes, technically they function. But here's my question. After decades of taking care of everyone else, don't you deserve better than technically functional? Don't you deserve to step out of the shower and wrap yourself in something soft, fresh and whole. Faded, threadbare towels aren't pampering. They're just reminders of everything you've been putting off. They don't absorb water as well. They can irritate sensitive skin. And honestly, they make you feel like you're not worth investing in. But you are. Here's what to do with those old towels. If they're still usable, turn them into cleaning rags. Cut them up, put them under the sink, use them for messy jobs. Then donate them to animal shelters, which always need old towels. But get them out of your bathroom. Replace them with fresh towels that feel good against your skin. It doesn't have to be expensive. Even budget-friendly new towels are better than ancient, worn-out ones. Every time you use a fresh, soft towel, you're telling yourself, "I'm worth taking care of." And you absolutely are. Now, here's the one most people completely overlook. And honestly, it's the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. Old throw rugs and bath mats with no grip. I know what you're thinking. Really? A rug? But listen to this. Falls are the #1 cause of injury and death for adults over 65. Not heart attacks while exercising, not car accidents, falls. And do you know what causes most of those falls at home? Rugs. That decorative throw rug in your hallway that you've had for 15 years. It's not just worn, it's a trip hazard waiting to happen. That bath mat in your shower that's lost its suction. It's slippery and dangerous. Check the backing right now. If it's worn smooth, curled at the edges, or slides when you step on it, it needs to go immediately. Here's what to do. Invest in non-slip mats with strong rubber backing. In high-traffic areas like hallways, consider removing rugs entirely. Your safety is more important than decoration. If you must keep certain rugs, secure every edge with double-sided carpet tape. This isn't about aesthetics anymore. This is about making sure you're still walking independently at 75, 80, and beyond. One fall can change everything. Don't let a rug be the reason. Remember Miss Alma from earlier? Let me tell you what happened next. 3 months after starting her decluttering journey, she did something she hadn't done in years. She invited her grandkids over. They ran through rooms that were finally clear. They sat on furniture that was finally visible. They played games on a table that wasn't buried under papers. And Alma? She laughed more that afternoon than she had in months. She told me something profound. I used to think all that stuff made me feel safe, like I was holding on to him. But it was really just keeping me stuck in the past. Now I have space for them, for the living, for right now. Here's the universal truth we all need to hear. Letting go isn't about losing memories. The memories live in your heart, not in broken objects and expired products. Letting go is about making room for new memories, new moments, new joy. Your home should support the life you want now, not the one you lived 20 years ago. You've earned the right to live lightly, to breathe deeply, to move freely through your own space without obstacle courses and guilt. Every single item you release creates space. Space for peace, for safety, for the life you still want to live. You're not done yet. Not even close. Listen, you don't have to tackle everything today. You don't have to empty your entire house this weekend. That's not what this is about. Start with just one room. Fill one bag. Let go of one item that's been weighing you down. That's enough. That's progress. Progress over perfection. Peace over possession. The goal here isn't to live in an empty house like a museum. It's to create a home that breathes with you, not against you. A home where you can move freely, think clearly, and feel at peace. A clear space creates a clear mind. You're not getting rid of your past or erasing precious memories. You're simply making room for your present, for the life you're living right now, today. You've spent decades caring for others. Now it's time to care for yourself by creating a space that supports you. Your reset starts today. One room, one bag, one decision at a time. You've got this, and you're not alone in this journey. Let's reset together. If this video helped you see your home and your life in a new way, I'd love to hear from you. Hit that like button right now so more seniors can discover this message. Your click helps this reach someone who desperately needs to hear it today. And please, share this video with someone you care about. Maybe it's a friend who's been feeling overwhelmed. Maybe it's a family member who needs a gentle nudge. Sometimes we all need permission to let go, and you could be the one who gives them that gift. Subscribe to the Senior Reset if you haven't already, because we're just getting started. Every week, I'm here bringing you practical wisdom for living your best life after 60. No fluff, just real advice that actually works.